Happy birthday, Aries. Happy birthday to you. You know what? I know you... Well, we don't need to set a timer. It's your birthday. Pardon me. Okay, so I've already recorded your reading maybe 4 or 5 times now. Let's go over a few little things. Number 1. Intimacy. So important to you and me. Intimacy. I feel like you're a problem solver, right? You're a get up and go. You're a, I don't want to live in the past. I want to move forward. Very important. You help the world move forward, all of us, with courage, with bravery, sometimes with blunt honesty. That's okay with me personally. I like it. I like a little sass. But you can be sassy without being mean. But Aries, I feel like it's just so important that to a few things. Number 1, sometimes, now this could be what you need. I sense it's what you need, but it's also what other people need in your life too. Because now you have good relationships, right? It's not as difficult as it used to be. Thank the good Lord. Thank yourself also for working through that, right? Figuring these things out. Really, really helpful. Now, that doesn't mean hard stuff doesn't happen with ourselves and with our loved ones, people that we care about in our lives. But sometimes it's not about fixing the problem. Although if somebody wants that, you're usually right. You're usually right. But sometimes it's just accompanying it. You know, being just with someone. I mean, to me, you're a really good listener. But don't forget that to speak also. And again, the words don't have to be, again, a resolve for what's going on exactly. Remember that sometimes they can just be, you know, man, I don't even know what to say. Or, shit, that must be really hard. I'm sorry for what you're going through. I mean, I know that latter one's a little cliche. You know, what do you say in certain circumstances? But none of us really know. You know, we can all get caught up in things, but this intimacy place is so critical, though. And, you know, because you're going to know who's really on your team. If you're having questions about this, trying to figure these kinds of things out, it's like the people that care about you, Aries, remember, they know your birthday. They don't always got to throw you a big party, but like they remember it's your birthday. They know how old you are. They know who you're dating. They actually ask how your girlfriend or your boyfriend is. You know what I mean? Your husband or wife, like they ask about your kids. They ask about your creative projects. They ask about how work's going, and there's like a supportive energy in that. They really want to, you know, they put love and support and nurture positivity into these places. Now, of course, people need that from you too. So if you're not receiving it, maybe give it a little bit more. I know, to me, Aries doesn't want to rely. A lot of the cardinal energy is like this. It's like, I don't want to rely on anybody. But the opposite of you is Libra, which is all about relationships. And Venus will be going through your sign, which is Libra's ruler. And it's kind of this opposing energy. Now, what's beautiful about that, especially in this time frame and as we move forward, it's less about doing and like getting things, it's less about a fuller sense of doing. It's more of, where am I in my relationships? You know what I mean? Like, who loves and respects and has my back, has your back, right? This is a question somebody asking themselves. Who loves me and respects me and has my back? That doesn't mean you talk to them all the time either. There's different levels. Where am I in these relationships? Because we have now you have such a variance of them. And that's a really beautiful thing. Saturn and, let's make it simple. Saturn will be invisible all month. To put this plainly, basically means some things are hidden. We can't see them yet. It hasn't come to be yet, even if we sort of know them, like know things are going to happen or that kind of thing. So we're basically, seemingly supposed to, so many S's, slow down a little bit and really just kind of be in this time. You can plan, you can use your brain, but like, I think it's more about being in your heart space. And again, I keep seeing the word intimacy. Your other reading said it was about receiving support, and you got the Bob Marley song, Could You Be Love? I wish I could sing, not this time. Could you be loved and be love? And that's kind of the whole thing. Maybe some reggae would do you good. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Okay, so I rolled Saturn in the 8th house for you. Some of you may have this, you may have it transiting. It says here, someone with Saturn in the 8th house, the lesson is you try to avoid being obligated to others, although your circumstances indicate that you cannot really escape it. You may compare your resources with those of others as though you think your self-worth should be determined only by your personal and material assets. What's the opposite of Saturn? The moon and the sun. This is all this in the middle of our chest energy. It's like, oh my God, I love you. I mean, it's any feeling, but what we want it. Okay, we talked about this a long time ago. Let's a long time. I think it was last summer. A long time ago. It talked about where you love to help people, right? Be of service, protect people, be there, pick up the slack. Take on the blame even sometimes of other people's mistakes, right? You just eat it. There's a humbleness in that, but you need help too. And I feel like if you really tapped into yourself, if you were to ask yourself, why do I want to help people? Maybe you want to ask yourself right now, why do you like to help people? Maybe how do you like to help people? And this may be presumptuous, but I'm assuming you're not doing it because you think they're a weak-ass bitch, right? You're doing it because you know they need a hand. You can see. Maybe they ask you, maybe they don't, but like you can see, like, man, let me help you out. You seem to be struggling. But again, you do too, so don't forget to ask, and that might be the harder thing to do, ask. Because it would be nice if we could just read each other's mind. Because again, sometimes you look at situations, right, and you're like, man, that could be done smarter, so it's not as hard. Then you step in. Yeah, it would be nice if people could read your mind. Maybe some people can, but not everybody, not all the time. It's tiring, right? I have to inform some of my significant others sometimes, like that, I have certain powers of being able to see things and pick up on things, but it's exhausting to have to try to weave through the invisible, unspoken word or world. You know what I mean? Aries. So, oh, this is nice. This says your partner admires and respects your efforts. Although you may think you can only be accepted to the extent in relation to what you provide. And this feels like in the material world, again, what you can do, it's not about that. Sometimes it's just, I heard sometimes maybe it's just a shoulder to cry on. That's priceless, right? A real friend, a person you can trust, that's priceless. Who is that to you, Aries? And I see someone sitting like with their hand on their chin, like really, please, maybe take a minute to think about that while I choose your cards. Take your time with major decisions this month. I don't think that it's for anybody this time frame, right? This time of year, there's always very intense things between April and June every year, annually. And that's more of being adaptable and being mentally, emotionally ready. Okay. Huh. Libra. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Where do we start? Let's start in the middle. What's in the heart of the matter? What is the heart of the matter, Aries? For the Hanged Man. So the heart of the matter stays. The heart of the matter wants your contemplation. Your heart wants your contemplation. I guess that's what we were talking about. You just like stay right there. Some of you may just need to practice being still without distractions. I really feel like that'll give you some kind of insight, some kind of like, all of a sudden you may just have this different perspective. I don't know if it's like, I sense it emotionally, but it could have to do just the way that people connect. Again, it's what's the second pillar on the black pillar in the tree of life? What's that? How do you say it? Sephiroth? What does that represent? I forget. That's where Pisces lives? Okay, what are we talking about? The next year to 2 years, this is preparation time. Let's see what this hand is reaching for. The Ten of Swords and what's on the other side. Introspection. Whoa. Man, the readings this month for everybody have been so shadow-oriented. I don't know if that's just because I'm coming back more into myself, I guess. I mean, we're not just talking about negative things, but it's like really addressing what's going on. within, particularly because that's how we're connecting. Again, that's how we connect externally with each other, with this world. Okay, your loved ones. That which is sort of a regular part of your life. Again, we've gone over whether we trust them or not, what that means, right? What are the hard things that they're going through right now? Or maybe it's like, what are they healing? What are they trying to heal right now? I mean, I hope that they are. People are trying. Not ignoring. Taurus talked a lot about ignorance. Let's see. Yeah, I think someone has an epiphany. Or they're going through something really, it's going through a very deep place, but it's doing it from a way of peace. Can you see that? Okay, now introspection is in the center, which instead of being upside down, now it's right side up. So someone does gain a different perspective, and we have the card of insight here too. Ten of Swords to me is also a card of like a kind of initiation. You know, like the old school sort of shamanistic, like you have to basically touch death. And it like connects you and separates you from these different worlds, which sort of aligns the soul of a person so that it, I don't know. Okay. There could be a woman that's very close to you, particularly. I guess there's a woman and a man, but this is very close here. So there's a woman particularly, it could be you. But I also see someone else that you love that is also going through something. This has come a lot. It's like, we really don't know sometimes what's going on with people. Now, that doesn't mean everybody's lying or keeping secrets or being shady about it. It's just the fact that, like, people got things going on and whatever. But, you know, I suppose deep down we would know who's really, again, in our camp or in our tribe when people know what's going on with people. Not to busybody about it. It's just to be like, man, I know they're really going through a hard time. What do they need from me, really? And the parts, so think about that if you're aware, and realize that there may be some things you don't know. But then also, again, in relation to yourself, I hope we're not being redundant here, but really, where are your difficulties with that situation in your life, and what do you need from other people? So maybe just a good old heart to heart with yourself and with some about other, with yourself, about yourself, with yourself, about other people. And then I see with other people, really. But again, it's not like some heady, I'm trying to fix the situation. It's, because I really sense that somebody's going through something kind of tough here. People are going through tough things. This says, I try to do one task a day. One day I am painting the paper, finding the right colors, letting it dry. On another day I'm ready to rip it up. Sit and rip and rip and rip. I rip into similar shapes and sizes, finding a rhythm, making a pile of the pieces. I may rip a different color on a different day. I keep the pieces in an envelope separated by color. On a new day, I may feel ready to take the pieces out. Let them shake out onto the table and see what they look like. All the pieces are different and have their own personality. I mark out a pattern or a shape. I take the pieces and I stitch them in lines. Torn and broken pieces create a new picture. Stitching them in place with 3 little stitches. Mending, making anew. So this is not a surface time for you. You know what I mean? It's not an external ego time about anything. It doesn't seem to be any of the signs through this space are doing that. It's all very beautifully internal. And for the most part, each zodiac, which remember is one piece of, we all have 12 places in us that make up the whole. And it seems to be, again, that everybody the soul is wanting, although sometimes it doesn't feel good. And I guess what one's trying to do is also quiet their mind, trying to look at things from different perspectives, but sometimes it gets heavy, this 10 of Swords. So that's a lot of mental stress. And it may just be next to the Queen of Cups, like, I'm seeing someone could be kind of depressed. Or they don't know how to express themselves. Hangman is silent. This card is silent. This person is in a little box, in a little ball. But I feel like something unwinds. Something that was kind of tight. It starts to open up. Feels like this. It's like opening up these bat wings, opening up the arms of the Hangman, open up. I like all these colors together. This is a combination of 5 too. I've never done this before. Each kind of holds its own space. What are the 5 houses that you have planets in? I feel like that's an average. Most people have 5. Don't add in too many, but a little exercise. Let's double check on this 10 of Swords. Someone may be more tired. It kind of, to me, it kind of feels like it's still Pisces season. It's not like full Aries go yet. You know what I mean? Even though we're wearing red, it's like, but red is also protective. Let's see how to make sure that this 10 of Swords doesn't, when it comes up, that it doesn't hurt, or what can be of service here. Impasse, which is the 10 of Wands to me. So someone's trying to be accepting. It's like, but it's hard. It's really hard. This bee cannot push these bricks. This insect cannot push these bricks. So I guess something can't be done about it. And a person's trying to find peace about that. Nothing can be done. Nothing can change this particular situation. At this time. You know, sometimes I'm seeing like the people you love, like you get close to them and you can tell they have like a wall around them. It's just like hard to connect. I'm seeing this woman in this glass cube. I don't know if you can see that, but there's this woman in this glass cube, again, sort of with her knees up in her chest, just kind of arms around the calves. So it's all Saturn energy. You know what I mean? The spine is curved. It's not straight, and like strong Leo, you know, the head's down. It's not strong Aries, not strong Leo. It's strong Saturn. So this is heaviness. But what I'm seeing here is you can't break through that, whether this is you or somebody else. But I'm seeing someone get close to it, and it's just like, well, let me sit by you. And I feel like, because a person can't get through something mentally, they can't. It's not about that. It's not about using it that way. Can't solve the problem that way. It has to be like through the heart. It almost feels like when I'm seeing this person in this cube, like stuck in there. I mean, it's clear, they can see around them, but it's when this other energy sits by it and just like leans on it, it's like the love, it melts it. So this time is for being gentle. Hangman, introspection, Queen of Cups. All right. I think that's enough for now. I hope this was helpful. Happy birthday. This is very intelligent, mature energy, Aries. To me, you're not the baby of the zodiac. You're the elder. But you keep your youthful spirit because it's needed, right? So it doesn't get too heavy. And I would say, as all of this is pretty darn serious, maybe one of your tasks through this time frame has to do with something that doesn't have to do with this, because this energy could just be around. Which kind of, I feel like it kind of sucks the air out of the room. But when this Two of Cups, when you just... Three of Wands. Ace of Swords, I guess we've said what we said. We needed to say. I love you, Aries. Happy birthday. Peace out.